Is it true what they're saying about walnuts? Hello, and welcome to another edition of the Ask Dr. Pickel Show, where we help people find answers who have chronic health conditions, chronic health problems. And today we're going to talk about an interesting topic, walnuts and cholesterol. And I don't know if you've heard much about this, and you probably haven't. Your doctors, like your cardiologist, are probably not talking about it at all, and the influence of walnuts on your health. So actually, all of this came out of a study that was done, and they were saying, hey, can walnuts help with healthy aging? Can walnuts help with cholesterol, things like that? So let's kind of go into what this is all about. Good stuff here. So walnuts and healthy aging study. I like the acronym, the WAHA study. It was about 708 people. It lasted over 2 years. They actually had about a 90+% retention. That means a lot of people stayed in the study and didn't drop out. They kept going. These were people around the ages of 63 to 79, and about 68% were women. And then they ate about 30 to 60 grams of walnuts per day. Now, how much is that? Well, when you buy a package of walnuts, you can get the wholes or the halves. So if you eat the wholes, 30 grams is about 7. Those halves, of course, are about 14. So they were eating in the range of that, which is pretty easy. And then, what's really in these walnuts? Well, there's some calories there, not many. Some of it's made of water. There's good amount of protein in there, 4.3 grams, some carbs, some fiber. And this is where it's really good, this fat that's in there. And, it's always thought, hey, fat's bad for you. The walnuts have fat. No, we're going to talk about that because that's actually the important and the healthy part of a lot of this. All right. So let's go to the next page here. All right. So what do walnuts really contain? What might be an issue here that could be helping out people that are taking walnuts or eating walnuts? All right. So walnuts contain copper, they contain folate, B6, manganese, phosphorus, vitamin E, and especially they contain this alpha linoleic acid. Yeah, what is that all about? Okay, so alpha linoleic acid is a pretty important oil, a fatty acid that your body really could use. Your body can make a small amount, but not really enough to get by. So this is considered an omega-3 fatty acid. It's kind of like a fish oil, really. It can turn into both DHEA and EPA, meaning it can help with the brain and it can help with supplying oils for the rest of the body too. So when they've studied ALA, there's a lot of studies. If you Google alpha linoleic acid, you're going to find a lot of studies, especially if you've done it like Google Scholar. A lot of studies out there on alpha linoleic acid and its benefits. I mean, some of the studies are more beneficial than other, but yeah, fat burning, cancer prevention, stroke prevention, heart health, great ones on heart, lowering blood pressure. It's anti-inflammatory. It's an antioxidant. It helps your immune system. There's studies where they've used it to help people with MS, helping people with Alzheimer's disease, depression, skin, diabetes, irritable bowel diseases like Crohn's and Colitis, and kidney issues, allergies, eye health. The list goes on and on. ADHD, rheumatoid arthritis, ulcers, lifespan. Do people live longer when they're getting more ALA? So pretty good stuff. We already know that, hey, these things are pretty beneficial and could be really good for us. So walnuts also contain a few other things that can be beneficial. And one of those, surprisingly, is melatonin, which what can that do? Help with your sleep, help with your immune system. Another thing called phytic acid, which is an antioxidant, which we really need. That's anti-aging. And then catechins. These are flavonoids, which can actually help the strength of your blood vessels, strength of different tissues in the body. And it's also an antioxidant. And then this ellagic acid, which nobody ever hears about, which is also an antioxidant. So what did this do for people's cholesterol? Well, number one, it lowered their total cholesterol by eating these walnuts. Number two, it lowered the LDL-C, often called the bad cholesterol. And then it also lowered intermediate density proteins. It lowered the LDL particles. It lowered the small LDL particles. It decreased the plaque and decreased inflammation. It did a lot. So walnuts are great. So don't skimp on your walnuts. Definitely eat them. Now, I would say there are some people who are on these diets that are a low, what they call lectin diets, which lectins some people have issues with. So if you have an issue with lectins, you may want to watch this. But otherwise, I mean, a big thumbs up for walnuts. Don't hesitate. I mean, these things are only going to come to your benefit, and then eating these amounts. All right. Well, hopefully everybody got walnuts. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.